I was raised in rural northeast Missouri, kind of north central northeast Missouri, pretty close to Kirksville, which is the birthplace of osteopathic medicine. And so really growing up, the only doctors I knew were DO physicians. And when I went off to college, had a couple of sports injuries because I played college football. And if I went and saw a physician and couldn't get kind of to the bottom of the problem, I'd always go back home and see my osteopathic family physician, and they would work with me and help me. And so I developed a close relationship with one of them, and he was a very strong advocate for Kirksville College of Osteopathic Medicine. And when he knew that I was interested in biology and the sciences in my undergraduate study, he was strongly encouraging me to apply to Kirksville and to get an osteopathic degree. And he was a mentor of mine that I highly respected, and it was probably his persuasion that drove me the most. My parents were both teachers. My grandparents had not even gone to college, both my mom's mom and dad and my dad's mom and dad. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but when I started in school and started learning, especially the osteopathic components of my training, especially manipulation, because I had manipulation throughout my childhood and my young adulthood. My parents had it from their physicians. And so that skill, when I was able to bring that skill to Thanksgiving or to Christmas or to anything like that, my entire family was excited to, hey, could you take a look at this? Could you do this? And so I loved treating family and friends. And I went to an AOA certified osteopathic family medicine residency as well. And so, I really credit that training on, what I had to offer to my family and, what they gained from me becoming a physician. Being a first generation physician, there was really no advice that I could obtain from my family. Even though they were educators and they were very supportive, and because I'd already gone through undergraduate, study and had graduated, they were also not in really the position to help me financially either. I was going to need to borrow the money or figure out how I was going to pay for my education. Really luckily I had osteopathic mentors that cared about me, that weren't family. These family physicians in my small hometown, I had developed a relationship with, and they were willing to give me advice and really to help me. Once I got in to Kirksville and once I started, the support from the school and from the osteopathic community was outstanding and amazing. I also looked for every opportunity I could find to make it easier for me from the standpoint of I didn't have that kind of money to pay for tuition to go to school, and I didn't have parents that could support me in that way. And so I immediately began looking at the National Health Service Corps, different kinds of loan repayment programs, primary care initiative type of forgiveness to loans. And I went all in on that. And while I was training, when I did cardiology, I loved cardiology. When I did surgery, I loved surgery. When I did OB, I loved OB. And it's like everything I did in training, that's what I wanted to become a physician like that. But then most of it boiled down to, since I loved everything, family medicine seemed very well suited for me because I could kind of practice, from the cradle to the grave and take care of anybody and everybody. And that's where all of those loan forgiveness programs wanted you to be at. They wanted you to be in primary care. And then I was raised in a rural area. I wanted to raise my family in a rural area. My wife came from a rural background. And so we were perfectly suited to utilize and take advantage of those opportunities. And so we did. And then I had this opportunity 3.5 years ago to go back to my alma mater, to go back to ATSU, Kirksville College of Osteopathic Medicine. And I had a close, friendly relationship with the dean there, Dr. Margaret Wilson, who's been the dean of that school for many years now. She was my physical exam skills teacher when I was in medical school, and I maintained a close relationship with her, and when there was an opportunity in administration, I contacted her and asked, hey, I know I haven't really been in academia. I've been taking the students and teaching them, but I haven't been at the school in that kind of role. Would I even be a fit for this, you know? And she said, definitely. If you're thinking about it, considering it, come take a look. And once I got in that role, I started that position in 2022. The opportunities then that I had to mentor students, because we have a class of 172 students every year, and I'm involved in the interviewing process. I'm in when they matriculate and come to school, and the white coat ceremony, and helping them through every step of their education. The first year that I was there, I go to a registered student organization, so a student club fair, and I go and I'm walking around and I see a first generation physician booth, and I walked up to him and I started talking to them about it, and they said, we're actually not technically a club yet because we haven't been approved by the school. We don't have a sponsor. We're looking for somebody to sponsor us, and we're looking to apply and to see if the school will give us status as a registered student organization. I said, I'm a first generation physician, you know. And so the opportunity for me to become a faculty advisor for that program and then work closely with them through their activities that they have, some fundraising stuff. These students are so great. They want to educate and help the rest of the students that are in similar situations, coming from similar backgrounds that they've came from, without that knowledge about what do you do to get into a residency, what do you need to be focusing on during your clinical education years. And so I've been really proud of that organization, and really without my leadership, I'm just there as a mentor and as a friend and as a guide, but the ideas that they come up with and the things that they want to do to help their fellow students out has been very inspiring, and so I've loved that journey. I think the generation that we're educating right now they're wonderful people. They care about their community, they care about the world that they live in. They're, I think, much more global thinking than previous generations, and they're inspiring, and they have a lot of things they want to accomplish and they want to do to change, you know, society and the world around them, and so I think they're very motivated in that way, and I think it gives us some great opportunities in osteopathic medicine. The expansion of the profession in colleges of osteopathic medicine that are opening and the way we're growing, I think the influence that we're going to have on both the United States healthcare system and in healthcare in the world, we're just getting ready to start seeing what they're going to do, and I think in 10 to 15 years we'll be talking about this group of students that are going through osteopathic medical training and seeing the amazing things that they're going to do.